Four men sentenced after East London shooting leaves victim paralysed. Detectives have secured convictions against 5 men following a violent shooting in Canning Town, which left one victim with life-changing injuries. The group was jailed today, Friday the 23rd, at Sneersbrook Crown Court to more than 80 years in jail. It included a teenager who tried to evade capture by police by hiding inside a bed. On the early hours of October the 26th, 2024, two brothers were shot while walking their dog on Fawns Close, E16. Shortly after 8 o'clock, they were chased down the street by 2 men who had jumped out of a stolen Audi. CCTV audio captured 7 gunshots fired by the attackers before they fled in the vehicle. One of the victims, 36, was shot through the hand. His brother, 28, suffered gunshot wounds to the back, which left him paralysed down one side of his lower body. 5 9mm Makarov bullet casings were recovered from the scene, along with a balaclava later found to contain the DNA of one of the attackers. Detective Sergeant Ryan Funderton, who led the investigation, said this was a shocking and targeted act of violence that left an innocent man with life-changing injuries. The sentences passed today reflect the tireless work of our officers to bring these dangerous individuals to justice. We hope this provides some comfort to the victims and the wider community. Those who brandish weapons on our streets should be under no illusion that we will do everything in our power to ensure criminals who threaten the safety of Londoners face a lengthy time behind bars. Thanks to this relentless, we have seen attempted murder charges for firing weapons nearly doubling since 2023, with sentences now typically between 20 and 35 years. This shows the work of our dedicated officers and staff to suppress violence has made London safer, with fewer people being killed and seriously injured on our streets. Detectives launched a painstaking investigation tracing the stolen Audi through CCTV footage. This work identified Ronnie Hill, Esmelia Cedar, a 16-year-old boy, and Kennedy Senga as those responsible. They had travelled from South Woodford to Canning Town armed with knives and a loaded firearm. In December 2024, police arrested and charged Senga Sadie. A 16-year-old evaded capture until March 2025, when officers found him hiding inside a diving bed at a friend's house following a lengthy manhunt. During the search, officers recovered a loaded handgun, an imitation firearm, and live ammunition. Following an 8-week trial at Sneersbrook Crown Court, the jury returned unanimous guilty verdicts on the 20th of October 2025. Ronnie Hill, 18, date of birth, the 20th of the 7th, 2006, of no fixed abode, was found guilty of 2 counts of attempted murder and possession of a firearm with intent to endanger life. He pleaded guilty mid-trial to possession of a firearm and possession of ammunition. He was sentenced to 24 years in jail. Esmelia Saidi, 18, date of birth, the 5th of the 6th, 2006, of Kitcher Road, Forest Gate, guilty of 2 counts of attempted murder. He was sentenced to 18.5 years in jail. The 16-year-old boy from Canning Town area was found guilty of 2 counts of attempted murder and possession of a firearm with intent to endanger life. He was sentenced to 14.5 years. Kennedy Senga, 19, date of birth, the 10th of the 11th, 2005, of Running Waters, Brentwood, Essex, was found guilty of 2 counts of attempted murder and possession of a firearm with intent to endanger life. He was sentenced to 21 years. Another man who was not involved in the shooting, Abdul Ahmed, 21, date of birth, the 29th of the 1st, 2004, of Coleman Road, was found guilty of assisting an offender after helping Hill evade arrest. He was sentenced to 2.5 years. Right, so I'm going to sum this one up in a nutshell. Firstly, my condolences goes out to the man that was paralysed in the shooting. Another senseless crime that nearly cost 2 people their lives. The prison terms that some of these boys received is longer than some of them have even been alive. Carrying weapons only leads to you being killed or getting life or a long time in prison. So I say put the weapons down and put the boxing gloves on and get in the ring.